Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of VLR, Virtue's Last Reward, or Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Sorry, I was just forgetting what the third part was to that opener of a title. Last episode we basically got back to, I'm guessing is Alice's ending still. I don't even know if it's Alice's ending yet, but we were back to this particular point. As always, we were trying to finish it up, and we haven't gotten to a block yet. But we did expose Dio, because we found our memory from Dio's ending apparently plays a role in this ending to reveal that he is a Myrmidon's leader, basically. So he's the terrorist organization that Alice has been pursuing, and we tricked Dio into revealing his true identity and what he's planning to doing. And he is the guy who technically did plant the bombs around the whole base, so it made sense that he would do exactly what he's supposed to do. So we're going to see what happens now, since we now know he's the terrorist organization's leader. So anyways, let's read this. I haven't read this yet. Excuse me, my throat's going to give out soon, so I'll probably have to read like normal again, because I've been doing the Sigma's voice in the last 2 episodes, and they were like literally a full hour of me doing that, and this is the last part of the session for today's recording that I'm gonna do for this. So my throat might give out, so I need to let it do like normal for now, which I can speak like normal for a little bit. Dio and I stared at one another while Clover and Tenyoji quickly explained to Phi and Kay about the memory card and the number 2 bomb, about the code we found that was from a terrorist organization called the Myrmidons.
つまり爆弾を仕掛けたのはクレイドールズという組織のメンバーということですね。
で、今まさにそのことをディオが認めたと。
Yeah.
許せない。許せないわ。
I heard a low, furious muttering behind me and turned to see Alice, her lips pulled back into a snarl.
殺してやる。殺してやる。
She's gonna kill him.
殺してやる!
Yeah, she's gonna go crazy. Her voice rose to a scream as she charged towards Dio. He ducked out of the way smoothly and pulled something out from his pocket. Oh, he has the detonator.
威勢のいい女は嫌いじゃねえが、そのぐらいにしておいた方が身のためだぜ、ババア。
Wow, he didn't say sweetheart. He said old lady. He called Alice an old lady because Baba is definitely a old lady nickname.
なんですって？
俺が今持ってる装置、なんだかわからねえのか。
まさか起爆装置？
Yep, it's the detonator.
ご名答。
It's interesting they call the detonator a charge.
じゃあこのスイッチを押したらどうなるかもわかるな。
この施設には少なくとも2つの反物質爆弾が仕掛けられている。それらが爆発するのね。
Excuse me.
まあ2つじゃないけどな。
There's 3 of them, maybe 4.
01の爆弾もどこかに設置されているのですね。
そうだ。それに加えてもう一つ。
4つもあるっていうの？
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I remember in the other path there was 4, a number 4, and we just never found like at least one of them from the 4 bombs that we found throughout the whole space.
その通り。仕掛けた爆弾は全部で4つだ。
It's kind of weird that, but then he also had access to places that we've never been to before that the bombs are in a weird way. So maybe he had access very early on before the game started to just plant those bombs.
03、02、01の他にももう一つあるんだよ。
Oh, the 4th bomb is number 0.
ナンバー00の爆弾がな。
Interesting. So he had a 0 bomb somewhere around.
合計すると TNT 換算で4トン分の爆弾ってことになる。それが炸裂すりゃ、お前らは一巻の終わりだ。
It's kind of scary though, because it means that he can also threat this. I mean, he could have pulled this off earlier, saying like, "Let me out now, or I'll blow this place up." Could have been the first threat we see in this game, but apparently he just chose not to reveal it until now. Why play the stealth game when you can play the blow everything up and brute force your way out? Like, nobody's gonna stop you. People will distrust you maybe, but if you're holding the thing very closely, then you're not gonna make it easy for anyone to really budge.
この建物もろとも吹っ飛ばされて跡形もなく消え失せることになるだろう。
Maybe he wants to get out so he doesn't get blown up with it, I guess, but
それはお前とて同じじゃろうが。
ディオ、お前も死ぬことになるぞ。
see if he cares.
元より覚悟の上だ。
Yeah.
俺にはスペアもいるから問題はない。
スペアというのは
Spare clones.
先ほどシグマさんが言っていた
Yeah, he has spare clones of himself somewhere.
そう、クローンのことだ。
I heard Alice whisper something to Clover.
四つ葉、行くわよ。訓練の成果を見せてやりなさい。
Okay, this is very interesting.
わかった。
I really don't expect much, but we'll see. Before I had a chance to ask them what was going on, they moved.
ふざけんじゃないわよ、この青二才が。
Oh?
誰
Just the screaming is just what scares me a little bit randomly. She roared and leapt towards Dio, Clover following just behind. Alice threw a punch at Dio's face, and as he dodged, Clover spun out from behind her. Take him down! Take him down! Hold him down! Dio grunted and turned his focus on Alice, but Clover darted in and snatched the detonator from his hand.
四つ葉、確保。
Can't believe they got that. Can't believe they actually managed.
了解。
I mean, it is true that if he gets overwhelmed, he could totally get screwed.
シグマ、持ってて。
Of course. Huh? Before I could respond, Clover had thrown the detonator at me. I scrambled to grab it out of the air and held it to my chest. Sheesh.
くそ、やめろ、離せ、離せって言ってんだろうがこのクソ甘。
Truly, it's interesting to see because Dio has died only once or twice, I guess. No, Dio has just died once. No, twice. Yeah, twice because he got stabbed by Kay in the other path. So this is gonna be interesting because Dio hasn't. Like, I feel like everyone should have tried to kill Dio at least once in every path, at least. But I haven't seen it yet, so. Yelling didn't do any good, and Dio found himself subdued by the skillful teamwork of Alice and Clover. Strangely, though, once they had gotten a hold of him, he stopped struggling. I was reminded of a gazelle with his neck in the mouth of a lion. Had he surrendered? Or did he have some trick up his sleeve? He probably does. It didn't feel right. I didn't have to wait long for my misgivings to prove true. The detonator in my hand suddenly began to flash. What? Oh, maybe the detonator becomes active if his heart rate goes high enough, basically, I think. If Dio's heart rate goes really high, then he will eventually set up the detonator to blow up anyway.
何がおかしいのよ。
いやー、お前らの間抜けっぷりがあまりにも滑稽でな。
どういうこと？
今シグマが持ってる起爆装置、そいつはな、俺の体から1メートル以上離れると爆弾に向かってタイマーを作動させるよう命令を発信する仕組みになってるんだよ。
Oh, but then it didn't go that far off so far.
誰かに奪われた場合のことを想定して、そういう仕掛けが施されてるんだ。
I see. So it's just proximity activation. So it's basically active now.
要するに、アリスと四つ葉が余計なことをしてくれたおかげで、爆弾は遠隔操作式から次元式へと変わったってことだ。したがって、もはや起爆装置を破壊しても無駄ってことになる。爆弾に内蔵されたタイマーはすでに作動しちまってるからな。
I don't know. I don't feel like this is actually interesting anymore. I don't know. It's just like, okay, well, you cheapened the whole drama of this whole thing, I guess, by just making, hey, like, doing this had no point anyways. Oh, okay, I guess. How long do we have?
30分後だよ。
Oh, then we're screwed then. Yeah, nobody can get out of here easily.
30分。
It's game over.
たったの30分しかないというのか。
ご愁傷様。
どうすれば止められるんですか？
Can we kill this guy first before we actually go and then just place the detonator on his stupid dead body? Honestly, that's what I think. It's just Dio needs to just die and just like, or make him torture him for the 30 minutes so we can just make him suffer.
それは話したでしょ。まずはパスワードの入力装置が必要。次にその装置を爆弾に接続して緊急解除用のパスワードを入力すれば。
Yeah, but we don't know where the 4 of them are. We only know like what, 2 of them? 2, 3 of them?
なあアリス、お前一体何者なんだよ。
Mm.
どうしてそんなことを知ってる？
答える義理はないわ。それよりも入力装置がどこにあるのか教えなさい。
It's on him, I think.
それこそ答える義理はないね。
Knock him out, check his damn pockets, and then see if he has the freaking input device.
一体バカやめろ。
Break his
腕
arm.
が折れる。
Break it, break it. I'm sorry, I'm being a little bit aggressive, but he needs to be punished.
そりゃそうよ。折ろうとしてるんだもの。
頼む、やめてくれ。
入力装置のありかを教えたらね。
And here I thought you were a clone, buddy. I thought you could just be like, I don't mind sacrificing myself.
わかった言うよ。
This guy.
コードの右のポケットの中だ。
I kinda knew that he had the input device all this time.
四つ葉、調べて。
She nodded and started digging through his pockets. After a few minutes...
ダメ、何も入ってないよ。
Oof.
もしかして嘘を教えたの？
嘘じゃねえって。もう一度ちゃんとよく調べてくれ。
待って、
She's checking the wrong pockets.
何かあるみたい。
Oh? Cole pulled her hand from his pocket and held it out. A capsule? Is that a pill? Like for medicine?
ねえ、何なのよ。これ。
は？よく見えねえな。もっと顔の前に近づけてくれよ。
No. He's gonna eat it and he's gonna kill himself. Clover frowned and moved closer to Dio, holding the pill out towards him. He's gonna eat it and kill himself. Suddenly he moved, his right hand snaking out to grab the pill from Clover's hand. Before anyone could react, he shoved it into his mouth. I heard a tiny crack as he bit down on it. Almost immediately, he grimaced in pain. He's killing himself, yeah.
しまった。
なんじゃ。
He never had the input device because he didn't know nobody would be able to find it either ways.
何を飲んだんじゃ。
おそらく毒薬だ。
Yeah.
そんな。
私としたことがうかつだったわ。
His eyes rolled up into his head and flecks of spittle began to trickle out of his corner of his mouth. I grabbed him by the hair and shook. What the hell are you doing? Where's the input device?
うちの玄関に忘れてきた。
Don't screw with me.
わかった。それじゃあ解除用のパスワードだけでもいい。教えてくれ。
We already have the deactivation code, I think.
解除用のパスワード。しつこい奴らだな。わかったよ。どっちにしろ入力装置がなけりゃどうにもなんねんだしな。
Oh, but this would be doing us good in the next run. The next path.
教えてやろう。ただし一つだけだ。
Get one? What do you mean one? Oh, one deactivation code for one of the bombs.
03のパスワードだけを教えてやる。
Bomb 3.
その文字列は。
He did give us a deactivation code for one of the bombs as well. I think it was bomb 1 or something like that, bomb 1 or 2. But he did give us a deactivation code for one of them already in the deal's ending. So this is probably another second bomb deactivation code.
B K Z だ。
This seems very close to the last password we saw. What about the other three? Tell us the other three. He didn't even seem to hear me.
俺は新たなる人類の未来の礎となるんだ。
His voice was weak and more foam was dribbling out of his mouth.
新世界の光明。ブラザーに永遠の栄えあれ。
Those were the last words Dio spoke. He died with a strange, happy smile, of course, because he wanted this to happen. He wanted everyone in this place to die, except for himself. But since he couldn't make it out, it means everyone's dead for sure, and the future is bright, because that's what he wanted. Everyone dead in this place. So, damn.
結局、爆弾03のパスワードしかわからなかったね。どうするの？これから。
I don't know.
爆発まであと何分だ？
25分です。
それは確かな数字か？
ええ。実はディオさんからタイムリミットを聞いたときにバングルの時刻を確かめておいたのです。
Yeah, the braces will tell us the time because whatever leftover time we had would be the only way to calculate it.
その時の表示はちょうど30分でした。
つまり次の第一扉が開くまでの残り時間と爆弾が爆発するまでの残り時間は同じというわけじゃな。
Pretty much.
そうです。ところで現在の残り時間はというと。
It's funny because it was timed so well to the next door opening. It's kind of insane. 25 minutes, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, so 25 minutes.
まずいわね。最悪の場合は白の扉の先へと逃げ込めばもしかしたらなんとかなるかもしれないって思ってたけど。
No, we can't now at this point.
第一扉が開放されてから閉鎖されるまでには5分かかる。だから。
そう。爆発の前に先に進むのは不可能ってことになるわ。
Before we do get out of, or do whatever, we should probably take Deal's bracelet. We need to take Deal's bracelet just in case, because his bracelet might be necessary for something.
とにかくじっとしていても仕方がない。捜索を開始しよう。探さなければならないものは3つある。パスワードの入力装置と。
And the remaining 2 bombs, right?
そうだ。
あとは03以外のパスワードも見つけ出さないと。
確かに。
Maybe Dio has a note or something?
待って。調べてみるわ。
I don't think he does. She knelt down and quickly checked his pockets and sleeves, then sat back on her heels, frustrated.
ダメ。何も持ってないみたい。
She looked pale.
ならば、どこかに隠されていることを祈って探索するしかあるまい。天明寺、このことをルナに伝えておいてくれないか。
わかった。了解じゃ。
よし。それでは行こう。各自健闘を祈る。3回
It's funny because we finally got rid of the most evil, heinous person in this group. But in a trade-off of having the heinous evil guy out, he's gonna end all of our our run in this path with the bombs that he's planted. It's so stupid. We all took off at a run, heading to different parts of the building. But all of our searching turned up nothing. And as we searched, the clock kept ticking. 15 minutes. I thought it was 16 for some reason. 10, 5, 1. Then, at last, the chromatic doors opened.
カラードドアが開放されました。
Interesting that they sped up the time, I guess. Oh yeah, we are at the ending now. Yeah, this is probably at the ending now.
カラードドア閉鎖まで残り5分です。
We're not gonna make it through. Our time had run out. We watched the white doors open. Were they doors to heaven? Or to hell? The thought barely had time to flutter through my mind before everything went white. We didn't even have time to say goodbye. 1,000 emotions flooded my brain in those last few moments. Why? How? How had we ended up this way? Then a blistering wave of heat, like the surface of the sun itself, wiped out any lingering thoughts. Oh, so that was the scene we were supposed to see in that one when we first started this game, because that was what was mentioned to us that Fi saw in her memory, and that she returned from that particular memory. My consciousness slipped away into a bottomless pool of darkness, neither heaven nor hell, only the void. Alice's ending. Is it not? Or is it just the end? Oh, it is Alice's ending. I was right. Best served cold. What? That is a terrible... I don't know why these names of the achievements are so weird to me. But, yeah, kind of expected that much. Oh, and it opens up the last two over here. Oh, I was right. I was kind of right where they do open up the... It's like a domino effect for these two. Which one do I want to go to? I mean, we're still blocked. We're still blocked on this guy, and I'm assuming this one's blocked because this one will be opened up after we finish one of these two. One of these two will open up that other lock. We already have a way to get this one opened up forwards, but I want to save that for last, if that is the last bit, because that feels like the last part of the game, or the true goings of the game. Still got 9 minutes ish, so since we know what's ahead in this one, might as well just go through this one the same way. So because I'm guessing it's gonna be a copycat of what this is, where it's just novel, and then whoever's ending it is. So we're missing Quark's ending, we're missing Phi's ending, Sigma's ending, Quark, Phi, Sigma's ending, Luna's ending. Luna's ending, and that's it. Yeah, because we got 9 individuals only. Yeah, so we just got missing just 4 more individuals ending. Luna, Quark, Sigma, and Phi are the last individuals who have not had their endings yet. So I'm guessing Sigma's ending is the true ending technically, so that's what I think. But I think Phi's ending is all the way to the left here. That's what I think. Phi's ending is on the far left side there. So one of these endings are probably Sigma's ending, technically. Alright, let's do this one. Who planted the bomb? Wait. You only need to search one person.
どうして?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I even realized I was saying them. Yeah, so this is the part where we were talking about how we found all the bombs, I believe. We have, or quote-unquote all the bombs. There's a 4th bomb, but we found all 3 bombs, I think, in this pathway. But also, I think this is also the path where Alice is still knocked out, and Quark is still knocked out, but we only have a cure for one person, I think, still. I think. I can't remember if this is the one path, if that was the one.
知ってる? 知ってるってお前、まさか。
Yeah. I met Phi's gaze and nodded and turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person. It's funny because we see all of it. Yeah, I like how everything just accumulates into this ending here. That person is you. Dio.
何よお前たわけたことを。
Who set up us the bomb? Is that the titles? Who set up us the bomb? Let me double check. You guys won't see it because I'm switching over to Steam's window. Who set up us the bomb? What the heck is that? The way that's phrased. Who set up the bomb part 1? Yes, that's what it should say. I don't know why you say who set up us the bomb part 1. That's what the achievement says. That is such a weird title. Who set up the bomb part 1? That's what I think it's supposed to say. But they just added us for some reason. Or which one of us, I think is what they're probably saying. Which one of us set the bomb up or something like that. But it's just that title is way too long already. Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Kay, but could you hold him down?
いや、しかし。
It's on him, I promise.
ふざけるな！それじゃ前後が逆だろうが！
Yeah, we're just skipping forward because we already know he has a detonator in his stupid pockets. So, this isn't a court. Besides, all we want is to know who set the bombs. Who set up the bombs. And why are you getting so worked up about it anyways? If you're innocent, then a search will show that I'll look like an idiot.
悪いがそんなデタラメな論理に従うわけにはいかねえんだよ。そもそも根拠は何なんだ？どうして俺が犯人だなんて？
Because
何を？
I know about the Myrmidons.
クレイ
ドールズ。
そん
I like how Clover realized what I just said.
な、なんでシグマが知ってるの？
Oh, that's not all I know. I know about Free the Soul and I know about the brother.
おい、そいつは一体何なんだ？
I just love how everything just accumulates and nobody knows what's going on in the other paths. It's just interesting. Actually, this makes this part of the game more interesting because it's like, so once you hit Deal's ending, you got a whole blob of revealing information, and then you move to Alice's ending. It's another big blob of information, and on top of that, whatever resulted from her ending kind of becomes an even bigger blob of information that these characters don't ever get to see unless they were there in that part. And only my character, Sigma, is like, knows a whole lot more than everybody at this point. I think it's cool that that is the case, but it takes too much time to build up to this point because you're seeing like how many paths of endings and choices we made. Like there's so much endings and choices we had to make to reach this point where it feels so interesting and good. But it's just, I don't know, it feels very disorientating to just have it take that long to build up to this interesting sort of pathway where we're just like, we know everything almost. Like, we've been through this whole mess and, you know, everybody's going to be insane to realize that I can actually see past the other parallel universe of situations. But it's so sad it takes this long to get to this point. Like, I'm already at, like, episode 100, and this is, like, what, my 100th, not my 100th hour, maybe, like, my 50th, 60th hour in this particular part of the game. I mean, the reason why because it's I have a total of 100 hours in this game, but that's because the first chunk of it is all on 999. But then there's the other half, or other chunk of the game is just all VLR. But yeah, it's just a lot goes on in VLR that just takes its time to really build up to this moment where I feel like it's so good to, like, it feels good to finally see all these memories accumulate and become an interesting thing to push forward to another ending for the game. I can tell you the details later. But there's no question that you were the one who set up the bombs.
お前な！ヨタ話もいい加減にしろよ！俺はクレイドールズなんて組織のことは知らねえし、フリーザソウルのことも、ブラザーなんて老いぼれのことも！
Old fart. Bro, you care about your brother a lot more than anything, and you call him an old fart? Oh, Dio, tell me, how does that foot taste? Foot? Who the Myrmidons are? I don't recall saying the Myrmidons were people. And what about brother? How would you know his age if I haven't even said anything about his name, besides his name?
それじゃあディオがあのテロ組織のリーダーレフトだっていうの？
テロ？
組織。
レフト？
We're running through round 2 again with this guy. I feel like there's gonna be 3 rounds of the same stupid thing happening over and over again.
残念ながら、これ以上言い逃れはできそうもねえな。
Nope.
それにしても、一体いつからクレイドールズはそんなに有名になったんだ？シグマや四つ葉が知ってるようなメジャーな組織じゃないはずなんだがな。確かに。認めよう。俺はクレイドールズのリーダー。本名はレフトという。ゼロボスが企てた計画、AB 計画を阻止するために、俺はこの施設へと送り込まれてきたんだ。
I wonder why. I don't get it. So he's here to stop Zero Senior's plans. But who is Zero Senior really? Like, who the hell is Zero Senior? Is Zero Senior Santa, I guess? Because we have seen Zero Senior once. But he was an old guy, and we had no clue about who he truly is identity-wise yet.
爆弾を仕掛けたのはそのため。
But he does look like a guy who probably belongs in the Myrmidons group as well, which kind of begs the differ if Dio knows who he is behind Zero Senior's mask.
計画が達成されそうになった時には、この建物もろとも吹っ飛ばすようにと指示されていて。
But now that he's been discovered, he'll probably be blowing things up with us in it, including himself. AB plan.
何なのよそれは。
さすがにそこまでは知らなかったか。うっかりと口を滑らせちまったが。まあいい。どのみちお前らはここでくたばることになるんだからな。
くたばる
God damn it, no. He's gonna pull out the freaking detonator again. I leapt towards him.
おっと
Yep, he's pulling the detonator again. God damn it. But we know that it's a proximity-based detonator, so we need to make sure that we don't take that away from him at a distance.
それ以上近づくな。一歩でも足を進めてみろ。
I love how they just took a same picture of his position and pose with a detonator and just put it into a different room.
次の瞬間にはお前らの体は蒸発し、きれいさっぱりと消え失せていることになるだろう。
ということは、今あなたが手にしているその機械は
Chargy.
暗物質爆弾の起爆装置。
Soji. I see. She's saying it. Fi's saying it where I'm just like trying to piece together how you pronounce the detonator thing that they're saying.
まあそういうことだ。わかったらさっさと下がれ
Alright, cool. We're ending it here for now. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Nobody Minds. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day. We can night for whenever watching this. We're closing in on another sort of ending. I don't know if this is a character ending or if this is an ending or if this is an ending that just ends off with an ending. I'm pretty sure this is Luna's ending because we were talking to Luna in this path, I think. I think it was. And then this one was what? What was this one? Oh, this is the me dying slowly. So, I wonder what would unlock this path is what I'm curious about. Because technically I do die. The Sigma does die in this path, but we haven't been able to unlock it yet because I don't know what's holding this one off. Maybe it's something to do with one of these endings here that causes this particular ending to happen, I guess, or opening this ending up. And then after that, the rest of the pathways right here, I guess, for the true ending, maybe. But I'm pretty sure the last white door puzzle thing is in this particular path because we don't know what the rest of the branch is going to be like yet. So we'll probably have to see what that's going to play out like because we don't know what the last white room is. We know the white rooms consist of the director's office and the security surveillance room, but we don't know what the third room was or is because we haven't been through it or haven't seen any reason to be in there yet. So I'm very genuinely curious what that security room might be. So, or what that third white room would be. So, we'll see. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. We'll continue to push this to the end. I'm hoping to finish this year in 2024 because I'm getting kind of tired of seeing some of the similar stuff going on. But, I mean, this is starting to accumulate into something interesting and funny and dumb at the same time that I'm just like, finally, we're getting to finally get close, inch very closely to the end of the game for once. Because I have been so annoyed by so much of the stuff. But there's also no more puzzles left to do besides that one white room, and that's it. Like, if it's either it's just the white room and maybe a sort of final puzzle thing like 999 did, where they had one more final room puzzle thing. But otherwise, it's just we're just flying through the achievements ever so slightly through the whole game because it seems like we're just closing in on the end of this game / series of the game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the ending. I'm looking forward to more of this Dio being stupid and just doing this stupid bomb explosion thing and seeing where things go. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Nobody Minds and hope you guys have a great amazing day, week, and night, or whenever watching this. So Roz あ